What if I told you that there are pathways to immigration that not many people know of? Little known strategies that could have you living in a different country, living your dream, without many persons bombarding the system, so therefore it's easier to get through and a faster project. What if I told you that today? Would you be happy? Well, stay tuned. There are several routes that you can be taking to make the immigration process much easier and for you to becoming a permanent resident and eventually a citizen in many first world countries that you would never imagine. Now stay tuned for these loopholes as well as the examples I'm going to be giving you of the different countries that each strategy works for. So stay tuned, I'll be right back. Welcome back to the Next Level Life Hacks, where we take the next steps needed to grow towards our financial freedom and success. Now today, my hackers, I am going to be giving you several loopholes or hacks, if you want to use that word, that will have you living in a different country, bypassing the tedious and daunting process of the regular immigration process to have you living somewhere else, working somewhere else, earning much more, and just changing your surroundings. Now, whatever the reason is that you want to immigrate to another country, that's besides the point. I am just here to give you the hacks or the loopholes, if you want a better word, to make the process easier. The very first loophole I'm going to be looking at is known as the Golden Visa Program. And how does this work? Just by you making an investment in another country's real estate, government bonds, or different ventures, then you can be granted permanent residency, and then after approximately, say, 5 years, you can apply for your citizenship. Now, the countries that offer this program, which is again known as the Golden Visa Program, are, for example, Portugal. Now, if you invest 280,000 euros in any one of those projects that I mentioned earlier, then you will be granted permanent residency. Now, put it in real terms. You would normally be spending around this amount in your home country to purchase a home or to invest in a business. So therefore, if it is that maybe you want a greater potential for a turnaround in your business, or you just need to have an opportunity in a first world country that you can be guaranteed better opportunity for your family, for yourself, then you can take that investment that you would have made in your home country and put it in a country like Portugal, and then you will be granted permanent residency. As a matter of fact, my listeners, if it is that you have never heard of any one of these loopholes, put it in the comment section below, or of the 5 that I'm going to be discussing, put which one you have heard of or never heard of, and do some research yourself and tell me what it is that you find out. So that's the first one out of the way. Your next loophole is going to be the digital nomad visa. And that is why research is so important, and actually doing research for this channel has taught me so much. I thought digital nomad was just a term given to persons who would travel around the world living from their backpack, working from anywhere, and that you had to be applying for the visas of these different places. Then you would have to be relying on the requirement for those visitors visas for you to go to these countries. No, you can apply specifically for what is known as the digital nomad visa, and you can have a job anywhere in the world. You just need to prove that your job is paying you between $2,000 to $4,000 per month, and you can get that visa. Now, here what the good part is, you do not have to get a local job from the country that you're applying to. You can have a job from anywhere in the world. So say, for example, you're living in the United States and you're finding it hard to survive on that $2,000 to $4,000 per month. You could go to a country that has a lower cost of living, get the digital nomad visa, provide the evidence that you have a job in the United States, and then that $2,000 to $4,000 can stretch much further in that country. Here are the examples of some countries that offer this digital nomad visa. The first one is Estonia, then there's Barbados, and there's Costa Rica. Now, if you compare the cost of living for especially Costa Rica, you can realize that that $2,000 to $4,000 could stretch much further than it would stretch in the United States. Then you'll be able to have a better standard of living while you earn the same amount. So it's worthwhile looking into. Your third loophole is going to be the citizenship by ancestry. Now, you remember that great grandmother or grandmother that you know or you heard lived in this ideal and this perfect foreign country that you would like to visit or to reside in at some point in your life? Well, here is the solution. Now, if you had ancestors, great grandparents or grandparents that used to live in certain countries and you can provide evidence of this, like maybe a birth certificate or DNA testing, then you can qualify for this citizenship by ancestry. Now, here are the places that this qualifies you for under this program. The first one is Italy. And I'm sure, bonjour, you would like to visit these places and to experience the different culture and the different standard of living that these places offer, especially if you reside in a third world country or you're finding it hard to make ends meet in your home country. The other place is Ireland. The next place is Poland. Now, you would have had to have ancestors born before the year of 1924 Poland. But hey, if you have relatives in those places, because I know my audience on this channel is wide, then this loophole can provide you a pathway to citizenship that would have you not going through the regular tedious process that we otherwise have to go through. Your next loophole is going to be special skills and talent visas. Now, for my viewers who do have those skills, that specialized area that you might have, that might not have you earning as much as you could have in your home country, then this is something that you can apply for. There are several countries out there that do not have the labor force, especially in these specialized areas, that would be happy to have you transfer to their country to offer your skills and to give you a pathway to becoming a citizen. Now, these areas can be one, technology, it can be two, sports. So say, for example, my Jamaican friends who are track athletes or they are field athletes, and you have that skill that another country would be happy to be excelling in these areas, especially leading up to the Olympics, then they would be happy to give you your citizenship. Also, if you have a specialized skilled area in technology or science, then this will make you qualified for this area as well. You're going to be asking me where? Don't worry, I got you again. The top three that comes from my research are: one, Australia, and they offer what is known as the Global Talent Visa. The second one is Canada, which has the Express Entry system. And this Express Entry system for Canada really goes by as well a point system. Now, how does this point system work? It depends on your age, your academic background, and your area of expertise. When they have asked you these detailed questions and each answer has a level of points, then when they accumulate all those points, depending on where your point lands you in the scale, then you could be a higher or lower demand, and that determines how fast your visa would be processed. And the third would be UK, and their system is known as the UK Global Talent Visa. Now, for the UK, they specialize or they focus on especially leaders in academia, arts, or technology. So if you are highly talented or knowledgeable in any one of these areas, then you could qualify for this loophole as well. Now, the fifth and final loophole is known as the Startup and Innovation Visas. Now, if you as an entrepreneur or as an innovator can provide evidence and a detailed business plan that you have this idea that will excel in a business abroad, then you could be considered and qualify for this program. Now, this provides an excellent opportunity for entrepreneurs or innovators who have a dream of knowing that their business idea would do much better in a certain country than their home country. Then you can pitch your business plan to qualify for this, and then that would optimize your potential for a greater return on your investment or on your business idea. Now, the countries that offer this program are: one, Chile. Now, Chile offers grants as well for your business idea. So not only will you have the opportunity to reside there and to become a citizen, but you might have better opportunities for grants towards your startup that you would not have gotten in your home country. The second country is Singapore, that actually offers what is known as the Entrepreneur Pass. And this program supports startups in specialized areas that you could qualify for. And of course, these areas are technology and innovation, as I mentioned before. And the third country is actually Canada again. So you're seeing that Canada has several programs that you might not have been aware of. Their program is known as the Startup Visa Program. And this offers residency to entrepreneurs with innovative ideas that they would launch in their country. So choose any one of these three, especially if you have a unique innovation or technological idea that will lead to business success. Now, my sixth bonus, I'm giving you a bonus point here, and it's really gonna sound weird, but it is actually true, is known as Rent a Citizenship program. Yes, Rent a Citizenship. Now, what this entails is that if you have some savings and you want to make an investment directly to a government or to a development fund in that country, then you can be granted residency, leading you to a pathway to becoming a citizen. Unbelievable, right? You've never heard of this one. I'm sure you have never heard of a Rent a Citizenship program. So just go ahead and put it in the comment section, because I know that this will be new to you. Now, how does this work? You can make a one-time donation to the country's government or the development fund, and you will be granted your citizenship. And hear what? What is also unbelievable is that the processing time is months. Unlike me, who had to wait years to become a citizen here, this program allows you to become a citizen in these countries in mere months. Now, what are the countries that offer this? You're going to ask me, and yes, I have the answer. First place is St. Kitts and Nevis, and they qualify you by making a $250,000 donation, and it grants you citizenship. The other place is Dominica, and their requirement is a little bit lower at $100,000, but hey, you also get a pathway to becoming a citizen in mere months. And just like that, I have given you 6 loopholes that I'm sure that you have not known of at least one of them before watching this video. So therefore, what do I ask of you? Simply share this video with anyone else who you think might need an opportunity or a chance to become an immigrant in another country, and they do not have the means or they do not have access to persons who would file for them in these countries, but they know that their opportunity would be much better in these countries. As usual, thank you for spending this time with me. I enjoyed sharing this information with you. So, see you in the next video.